Hello friends, my name is Ramasu. Today we shall discuss about a topic, the planning performance domain. Friend, today's topic is very interesting, especially if you have interest in project management or you are planning to give exam of PMP in near future. So let's start. First of all, I would request to please subscribe to my YouTube channel and click on the bell option as well so that my new videos can reach to you. Friend, in order to achieve the result we want at the end of the project, it is necessary to effectively organize activities and functions, coordinate teams and processes, and organize newly obtained information according to changing conditions so that the project work that we need to implement can be completed with optimal effort and resources during the whole lifespan of a project. Planning provides guidance for successfully executing the project work, creating business value, and delivering outcomes. Different from the planning process group in PMBOK 6, the planning performance domain not only includes planning in predetermined points of project but also encompasses the ongoing and evolving need of organization and coordination. In every project, our objectives should be clear and therefore our planning would be made in a deliberate way. By applying the standard described in the planning performance area, any uncoordinated and disorganized actions is avoided as they are harmful for the value creation at the end of the project. The project performance is monitored by comparing the measures of progress with plans. In planning endeavors, the project should be handled as a whole. Constantly changing information should be adopted into planning continuously. This adaptation is also a very important part of the newly approach. Every change needs to initiate an adaptation process for our plans, so we need to be agile against changes. The planning according to this performance domain should focus on value delivery at the end of the project, need to be done proactively, can be high level in the pre-project phase, should be progressively elaborated by the project team. The time spent on planning should be optimum, not too much or insufficient. Planning variables. Every project has its own characteristics and requirement, so there are some variables that may affect how to plan, to what degree, and when to plan the project. The most common ones are development approach. A project may have a predictive approach, may use high level plans and prototypes together, or may have adaptive approaches. There are plenty of options. This affects the planning process. Deliverables. Every deliverable has its own characteristics and requirements. In order to produce them, we have to adopt our planning cycle according to them. Organizational requirements, market conditions, legal or regulatory restriction. The other aspects mentioned in the planning performance domains are planning deliverables, estimating, planning schedule, budget planning, communication planning, physical resource planning, procurement planning, changes, metrics, and alignment. Planning involves properly defining the scope and objectives of the project and outlining the course of action to follow in order to achieve those objectives. To effectively deliver a project, you need to be able to create and follow a project plan. The project plan is usually a series of specific plans such as how you will manage scope, requirements, schedule, cost, quality, communication, resources, risk, procurement, and stakeholders. The project plan is a living document, which means it can be updated or changed when necessary as the project progresses, ideally once the scope, time, and cost baselines are determined. The project plan should only be changed through the defined change control process. The level of detail required in the project plan and additional planning document needed depends on the particular project and its needs. The planning performance domain addresses activities and functions associated with the initial, ongoing, and evolving organization and coordination necessary for delivering project deliverables and outcomes. Planning basically organizes, elaborates, and coordinates work throughout the project. Planning takes place up front and throughout the project. The amount, timing, and frequency varies depending on the product, development approach, environment, and stakeholders. Planning was a process group initiating, planning, executing, monitoring, and controlling and closing. Planning has the most processes of any process group, which kicks off with developing the project management plan as well. Uh, a lot of project managers I have worked with don't do this, and it ends up biting them. I strongly believe in the old saying, if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. All the sub plans that makes up the project management plan are vital. The scope, requirements, schedule, cost, quality, resources, communication, risk, change, and configuration management plans, along with the stakeholder engagement and scope, schedule, and cost baselines are needed. Rather, you are doing something at the speed of a sound or longer term. A lot of comments on project management around the new edition is making it sound like this stuff is being done away with. That is not an impression I would like to feel. So basically, friend, it probably hasn't escaped you notice that PMI produced a new version of a guide to the project management body of knowledge. The release of that new book, which is packaged along with the new standard for project management, has revisited and refreshed the way many project professionals approach their work. The new version, which are informally called PMBOK 7 in the office, is a breath of fresh air, as we are currently doing a lot of scheduling related work, such as managing schedules for clients, schedule conversions, and teaching project scheduling tools. It felt natural that the planning performance domains were the first we turned to. Uh, friend, then the I hope you like this video. If you like it, please share it with the friends and colleagues, and if you have any question, please do ask in the comment section. I would love to answer your queries, and thanks a lot for watching the video. Thank you, friends.